We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stuttering Craig.
I did. Oh, wow. Right on the tip. Just on the tip.
And Blabs. Co-hosted by our friends from around the internet.
There is a portion of Norway where it is legally required to carry a firearm at all times.
If you're just a normal man looking for common sense in this crazy-ass world, you've come to the right place. And now, broadcasting from our homes from around the internet, it's time for Side Scrollers. Oh, welcome out to Side Scrollers on YouTube.com and Rumble.com, and most importantly, SideScrollersPlus.com. What's going on, everybody? Hey, happy Wednesday to you. It is Hump Day, and here we are, and it is true, I do not know the difference between orbital and suborbital rockets. I saw that comment before we got started, and I thought to myself, accurate. And I think 99% of people don't understand. Probably, I'm going to go even higher than that. 99.9% people do not understand what suborbital rockets are. Blabs, do you?
No.
Of course you don't.
Why would I know that? That's like some science space stuff. Listen,
Yep.
I got nothing. I know nothing. Yeah.
We don't know a whole lot about a lot on this show, but we
No?
sure are going to talk about it. Listen, Blabs knows a lot about Harry Potter, and that's and Italian food, and that's pretty much what.
That's it? That's it?
Yep, that's it.
Excuse me. Star Wars, Doctor Who, Percy Jackson. Can I go on?
It's 4. Congratulations.
4 more than you.
Oh, wow. Look at Blast throwing the heat this morning. That's a fastball.
Come at me, bro. Listen, I got the power of Bucky's behind me. Let's go.
How was Bucky's? That's one thing I do know about.
It was really good. I actually just finished the corn nuts thingies the other day. Like the beaver nuts, whatever they're called.
Beaver
I was
nuggets?
kind of sad. I finished it the other day. I was like, oh.
You just finished those?
Well, yes. I eat like a bird, and they're not healthy, so I don't try to like shove them all in my mouth in one shot, But I'm glad they're gone, because that way I don't have to go and buy them again. And like they're so unhealthy, so.
Well, good news for you is that I've actually ordered some, and they'll be arriving at your house in 2
No,
weeks.
you did not.
That's true. I didn't. No, I didn't do that.
So you're right.
The next time you come down, we'll definitely get you some more sugar.
Yeah, I'm down.
Carbs.
Just, it's like a once every like 6 months thing, so it's not so bad,
Well, maybe we'll bring you down here again in a few months. I think we probably will. So
yeah,
we'll
can we go to Bucky's again, like every day?
No. Hey, Mally, have you ever been to Bucky's before?
No.
No?
This
Well,
is
maybe
sad.
we
No,
should
I've
get you
never
down
been.
here and we should do a Bucky's road trip, huh?
Oh gosh, that sounds so exciting.
Have you been to
I'm
Texas
so
before?
enthused. Huh?
Have you been to Texas before?
No.
See, let's go.
Okay. So, Mally, you're very quickly working your way up. So look, here's the thing. Later this year, we're going to be doing some events where we bring in people, and we're going to be doing these like tournaments, right? And they're not meant to be like e-sporty. They're meant to be fun and exciting, and we're playing games that people understand. They can see when they understand what they're looking at, just easy to follow games, right? It's real super fun games. So it's a great opportunity to bring people in and bring them to Texas for the first time. Maybe have some Bucky's available.
Yeah, indoctrinate them into the Bucky lifestyle. Okay.
That's right. So anyways, we're going to be doing that later this year. The biggest issue is finding a venue, because that's been the hardest thing for this stuff. We plan on doing 6 this year, but I don't know if we will do it. We'll see. But the first thing is just do 1. So either way, glad you're with us, Mally. Maybe one day we'll get you down here to Texas, and it'll be you will truly be indoctrinated.
I really want a sandwich.
Blabs loves the pulled pork sandwich from Bucky's.
My gosh, it's so good.
Well, I'll tell you
Oh my
this.
gosh, you've been like fully turned.
I have been turned into a Bucky stan.
Yes. She has 1,000% been indoctrinated by Bucky's, and as a matter
Add
of
a new
fact,
fandom to that list.
Yes.
do not follow it up with Queen, or I will boot you from this show forever.
Slay, Bucky's.
All right, sorry.
8 and left no crumbs.
Oh my! I hate that. I hate that. It's like, are you a mouse?
Screw you! Listen, no. Stop. Okay, I can't do this. I won't do this. We're not 12 and 13-year-old girls here, all right? You can love your Buckies, but you can leave it at the door with the Slay Queen and the eating and the crumbs and all that nonsense, all right? I hear it. Shut up. So here's the thing. We're going to keep on moving here, and we're going to do this stuff. But that is a great opportunity to remind everybody, Blabs, about some of the stuff we have going on over at Plus, right?
Oh, yeah. So actually, fun fact for you guys. If you are a Plus member, you can watch the Nerd Duel episodes a week in advance. So whilst everyone on the YouTube side is watching Nerd Duel episode 3, Plus members are already able to see episode 4 starting on Thursday. So at the same time as episode 3 is debuting on YouTube, you can watch 4 on Thursday. And also, you can watch Blabs Versus, where I played against Zelda, and I don't know if I beat the boss or whatever it was, the dragon. You'll have to find out for yourself by tuning in over on YouTube or on Plus. We also have some side dishes episodes starting real soon as well. Hard 8 premieres this Sunday. And what is it, like that weird-ass WrestleMania watch party that Craig is doing? Something wrestling Cody Rhodes, I think. I don't know if he's part of that. Is Cody Rhodes part of WrestleMania? You're muted, so nobody knows what you're saying, but I totally agree, man.
I don't need to be muted for you to see the disappointment in my face. All right. So look, yes, this weekend I'm doing a WrestleMania watch party. It is free for everybody over at Side Scrollers Plus.
Mm-hmm.
You do not need to be a member. Okay. If you want to watch WrestleMania, you can watch it with me for free, exclusively over at Side Scrollers Plus. Right now, once the shows are done, I will make them members only. But everybody who wants to watch WrestleMania can watch it with me this weekend, both on Saturday and on Sunday. All you need to do is make a free account over at sidescrollersplus.com. Like I said, that's the free version. Everyone can watch it for free. So join me over there because we can't do it over on YouTube or I can't do it over on Rumble. So join us over there. So we got a lot going on. And on top of that, something that's been very, very exciting for people has been my gameplay of the hit video game Sex with Hitler. Mally, did you know this was a game?
No.
Well, I played it, and here
joy.
we are. Yes. So here is a quick 26-second snippet of what happened in the gameplay of Sex with Hitler.
I don't know if it's quick enough.
You be ready. Where are we going? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Or 5? 4? 1? 5. I see 5s. All right. What? No! Oh my God! Wasn't expecting that.
That's amazing.
So you can actually go watch that right now, and you can join us this weekend. By using promo code NOPE. That's NOPE, which is exactly what I thought when I saw that. Get a free month of Side Scrollers Plus. Try it out for free. Go watch that for free over at Side Scrollers Plus. Use promo code NOPE. We are closing in on 500 plus members right now. 435, growing a little bit more every single day. Join us over there. When we get to 500, we will be doing our Twitch destruction stream where we're going to burn Twitch down. We're going to return to Twitch for one stream only and do all the things that will get you banned on Twitch.
Basically, we're just reading off a giant list of things you're not supposed to do.
Be there for that. I want to be there to watch that.
It's going to be good. So looking forward to that. So we are closing in. We are just 65 members away from that, which will be great. So join us for free over at Side Scrollers Plus. Use promo code NOPE. All right. We do got a lot going on today. We're very, very excited. Do us a favor, hit the thumbs up button if you guys are just popping in. We've seen a collapse in our thumbs up ratio on the show because we haven't been reminding you guys enough. And ultimately, we do know that there's a direct correlation between the thumbs up and the exposure of the show on YouTube while we're live. So hit the fucking thumbs up, all right?
Yeah, do it. Just like Palpatine. Do it.
God damn it. No. All right. Of course, we do have our Montez Gold today. We're going to talk about all that stuff here in just a little bit. But first, we always like to start the show with today in gaming history. So, Blabs, what do we have today?
Okay, guys, we have Bomberman Wars released in Japan in 1998. We have Batman Chaos in Gotham released in 2001. And today is the release of Drug Deal Simulator. Yay!
Today is the day Drug Dealer Simulator is released.
Are you going to play?
No.
I didn't think so.
know,
He's like, I've been scarred with sex from Hitler. We're gonna go far away now.
Well, look, if I wanted to have sex in a video game, I play Grand Theft Auto. You know, I'm just saying.
I didn't know where you're gonna go with that statement for a second. I'm like,
Yeah, me
with
neither. I was a
Hitler,
little
like
worried.
where?
There's
There's a lot of options in 2025. I had to make
Right.
sure we were tame.
Right. I'll say
Some
this:
hentai game. I don't know.
option 5 has scarred me indeed. And
What is option 5?
option 5?
Yeah, go on. What is it?
You saw option 5.
I actually didn't see option 5. The thing, you was all covered up. So like, what the hell is it? Like the birds and the bees and stuff? Yeah.
Oh, it's far past the birds and the bees.
Okay.
Right. So okay. Just as a little disclaimer here. So the way the game works, it's like blah 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 blah, talk. Then there's like a little action part where you go play as Hitler, you shoot some guys and you kill them, right? And then you do that like 3 times, and then you're rewarded with the girl that you've been talking to.
Oh my
just
god.
to have sex with her, right? And there's 5 options on the bottom of the screen. 1 is fully clothed, right? And I thought like 2 would be kind of, you know, maybe she removes a scarf or something, right? And I didn't know what I was looking at here. I've never played a game like this. So I was like, what are we doing here, chat? 1 through 5. Well, 2 is like she's naked, and she's very naked, right? 5 is it's a lot. There's a lot going on in that, with a lot of bodily fluid all over the place.
Ew.
Listen, let me just tell you this right now. Very inappropriate. I was not ready for that. So yes, option 5 has indeed scarred me. So I think option 3 was pretty scarring as well, if I'm being very honest with you. So yeah, that your face says it, Blabs.
Ew.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I regret asking.
I
Never
do not
mind.
wish anybody to ever play that game, ever. With that said, some games that you did miss today in gaming history include.
He's trying to like pivot. He's like, pivot.
I know that is not. Ugh.
I'm a master pivoter. I'm excellent at taking things that just go
I
in
didn't
the
like
opposite
that.
direction.
That was
What's
an
the master
uncomfortable
pivoter? That's
phrasing.
just weird.
Just saying, I'm really good at rotating. Yes, we are aware. Thank you. Some games you missed today. Mystical Ninja for the N64. That's a pretty fun little series right there. I like the Super Nintendo version myself, but the 3D version was pretty good. Released 27 years ago in 1998. You mentioned Bomberman Wars. Red Kart 2003. I didn't even know this thing existed, but I'm thinking this was like a midway soccer game. At least that's what it looks like here.
Maybe you're like a referee. Red card.
Well, I think, you know, I don't think it was a referee simulator, Blabs.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
But they have done that with Madden. They did like a head coach simulator several years ago. Injustice: Gods Among Us was released 12 years ago. Already, wow, that's crazy. And Style Savvy, Fashion Forward, ooh la la. Monster Hunter 3 was released for the PC and Macintosh. World War Z. You mentioned drug. Hold on. You said 5. You said this releasing today.
Oh, I totally messed up the years. What day is it? I'm like Robin Williams in Jumanji. What year is it?
Are you serious right now?
Yeah, I swapped the years. I said today, but it was 5 years ago.
Are you
Oh
serious?
my gosh, that's a big difference.
Yeah, I swapped the years. I was like, hang on a
Blabs,
second. Isn't
you're
this already
fired.
out? Yeah, listen, guys.
Blabs,
Listen.
Blabs, you're fired.
Again, ridiculous.
Listen. I gotta keep you on your toes, man.
Yes, by me looking at the website. That's all I need to do. All right.
Welcome.
Thank you. Hey, Anonymous came in with 2.
Although I'm
over-
gonna be honest with you, when I did that yesterday, it actually did say 0 years, like today. So that's them updating it the day of. I'm just saying.
I was kind of confused by that because there's the ongoing lawsuit between that and the other game.
That's
right?
why I
And
was confused too. I was like, you know what? That's fine.
Yeah. Anonymous
Look,
came in.
Chat saying it was released in early access 5 years ago.
Well, there you go. Then you're good.
Yeah.
All right. It said some clarification on yesterday's 4chan story. The hack was done by a Soyjack party / Shardy user who was upset with 4chan Jannies, which is like their moderators, for closing their home board of /Q/A because they raided the LGBT board. There was no .gov emails used. Followed up with says Fun fact about the hack: soy jacks are hated throughout the site due to spamming and being low creativity slop. The only other admin to 4chan was a 20-year-old tranny with and the mods were considering deleting the /MLP, which is My Little Pony board, and I'm guessing that's My Little Pony. And the hacker used a PDF file. Ironic. Okay, well, thank you for the clarification on that. Listen, I don't know a whole lot about 4chan, despite being on the internet for 20 years. I prefer to avoid that. So, but yeah, it was an interesting story for sure. And apparently it's still down. 4chan is still down after the hack. So Armis says, despite never having been to Buc-ee's, I keep seeing people praise its establishment, wondering if they do food that don't have pork since I only eat cow. Also, Montez, Craig, hope you're feeling better. Hey, Blabs. Oh, I'm feeling great. Armis. They do have cow. They have brisket there. They have plenty of not pork options. Yeah, lots of beef.
Lots of moo-moos.
Mm-hmm. Hey, give it up for Fret Song, Dark Metal Lord, Draven, and Chase 33 for being Plus members. Let's stink and go. Thank you guys very much. That is outstanding. And New York Giants fan is coming in with the joke of the day. Says, what's up, guys? Today's dad joke. Why did the belt go to jail? It held up a pair of pants. Hey. Fuck Blabs. Thanks, Giants fan. Appreciate that. Mary says Craig's innocence was taken by option 5. That's true. Yes, ruined. Raptor Kratos says, "Whoa, Craig. Are you gonna watch WWE NXT Stand and Deliver? You're no real fan. Sacrilege. No, I'm not. I'm pretty much gonna watch WrestleMania and that's it." So there's that. Silo full of Cool Ranch Doritos says, will Craig have 2 TVs on at the same time for WrestleMania and watching the Dallas Stars be crushed by the Colorado Avalanche? Also, where's Custer's Revenge? Not an option. No, that's not an option for me to have sex with Indians in that game, which is something that you could do in the 1970s classic Custer's Revenge. Thank you for that, Silo full of Cool Ranch Doritos. I was not aware that the Dallas Stars will be playing the Colorado Avalanche that night. I know the playoffs are opening up. That does make me wildly upset that I won't be able to watch that. So maybe I'll just have it on a side screen. Oh, shit, damn. Brother Snape says, I live for New York Giants fan dad jokes. They're great. There you go. Thanks so much. So it says, I've been to Buc-ee's 3 times and still don't get the hype. To me, it's just a supersized gas station. Well, Blaz, why don't you tell Sode about it?
About Buc-ee's?
Yeah. Are you listening?
Yeah. Well, first of all, we have a giant video, a vlog coming out on Plus. It's called Side Dishes Buc-ee's. It'll be out in a couple of weeks. But it's just a glorious place. Well, first of all, there's like 1 million gas pumps. Like, holy shit. It's like an IKEA for gas pumps, okay? And then the food. Like, listen, the food is not the healthiest options. All their candies, no, corn syrup, really, really bad, but so good. Anyway, like, they're like, you know, the sour saltwater taffies and stuff, so good. But like the sandwiches, I don't want to spoil anything because we have a vlog coming out where like I try a lot of different sandwiches and stuff, like in Craig's Tesla, trying not to like get anything ruined because there's no place to eat. That's the one problem with Buc-ee's. There's no place to sit down and eat, so you gotta like eat in your car, and like it gets messy because of the sauce and everything, right? So you don't want to like get anything on the chair.
Wrap it up, Blabs. Wrap it up.
Listen,
wrap
anyway,
it up.
I'm autistic, but I like Buc-ee's.
Okay. Blabs like Buc-ee's and you should too. All right, we do see all your super chats, direct donations, and Rumble rants. We'll read every single one of them throughout the show. We greatly appreciate your support. Thank you very much. But with that said, it is now time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time for Hard News. Hard News. All right. So this has nothing to do with video games, entertainment, or anything, but it does have to do with putting food in your face. I saw this, and I just thought I'd title this segment "Women Be Cooking," because this is something that I, as a man, love to eat. We've all seen the wonderful ice cream machine that allows you to pull the lever down, and you get the swirl of ice cream that goes down into your cup or your cone. Perhaps are y'all a fan of that ice cream?
Oh yeah, soft serve.
Yeah.
Hey,
They're
Mally.
good. They're good.
You can now get it at your house thanks to Ninja. Ninja has made a soft
Fingers
serve
crossed,
maker.
is that-
Check this out. You can actually go in, make your own ice cream from your house. I know. Listen, Ninja may be the great. We're not talking about the streamer here. We're talking about the
I was
actual.
really confused for a second. I'm like, the streamer who plays Fortnite created
No.
this? What an amazing talent.
No. Ninja, the food accessory company, is indeed doing the Lord's work right now.
Are you going to get one? I'm sure
Oh
your
my
kids would love it.
I don't know. Let's find out how much it is. Mally,
It's like budget first.
I would like one. I'm gonna look up how much it is right now.
I'll tell you in 1 second. I mean, I saw that. I don't know why we want to talk about this outside of being like, hell yeah, I want that.
Side dishes.
Yeah. So let me see if I can find it. The Ninja ice cream maker swirl is okay. How much do you okay? Here's
Less than the
question.
Switch, I'll tell you that.
It sure is. Yes, it sure is. Let's play the Price is Right game. How much would you pay for a soft serve and ice cream machine, Blabs? She's muted. She doesn't even understand.
I just muted myself like a moron. Anyway, $200, a good one, yeah.
$200.
Mm-hmm.
Mally, you saw the price?
Yeah.
$350 for some ice cream.
It is cheaper than a Switch. Shout out.
Let's go.
Yeah.
If you want to go pick one up. I don't know. We're not getting any money from this, but I'm just saying.
And Ninja's like a known good brand. They make good stuff. They've been doing it for years. So this is like up their alley. It makes sense.
You got to really like ice cream to pay $350 for a soft serve machine, though.
Yeah, but what if it
Gotta
lasts
really
like
like
10
Nintendo
years?
to be willing to pay 450 plus 90 per game. So yeah, the value's there.
This is
And
all
like,
true.
It depends on the quality of the item, right? Like, will it last you 10 years? You know, how much you're going to use it? I mean, you could really use it any old time. You don't even have to leave your house. You just got to make it yourself, you know?
Yeah. How many ingredients do I need? How hard is it to clean? Like,
And, you know, you make it yourself, which is cheaper than going out and buying, like,
and probably healthier. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, there's so many people who are like, I'm not gonna go get ice cream because they have all this shit in it. Well, now you could make like healthy ice cream if you want.
My dad has an ice cream machine. He makes like the best ice cream, super natural and everything.
Well, maybe I don't know. Maybe we'll no, we won't. We won't buy that. That's a waste of money. But
You're not gonna go and get yourself a soft serve ice cream machine.
no, you know what I'm
You
gonna
have plenty
do?
of space. Your kitchen's big. Go
Thanks.
on, get one.
You know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get I'm gonna go to Jason's Deli. You know
Who?
Jason's Deli? No, it's a chain of delis, and you get free soft serve when you buy an entree. You can just go up and
That
have as
sounds
much.
like some 7-Eleven thing.
It's legit, man. It's so good. It's so
You
good.
should make
All
a throne page and put that on it, and then if you get it, then
Hey,
like,
I
you
have
can
a
make whole
throne.
video
Maybe
of
I'll
it.
put it on mine. So I want to buy me a soft serve. No, not
There you
really.
go.
I mean,
Okay.
it'll be such a waste of money because I don't even eat ice cream enough to do it anyway.
Well, so
but yeah.
You're
here's
like,
the
I
thing.
just have this.
We don't have a throne page for side scrollers. What we do have is side scrollers plus, and that's the way people consume.
Yeah.
So
That is
head over there.
You get 1,000 of them, then you'll get an ice cream machine.
That's right.
Although,
That's right.
if you
guys
want
should
to
do
make a throne, Craig, I have a code. So
it. Okay,
There you
thanks,
go.
Blabs. Go to side scrollers plus instead of
that's
throne.
true.
Mary says, "I'm autistic, but I like Buc-ee's." That's a great slogan. That's a great slogan if I've ever heard one. Someone gets Buc-ee's at HQ on the line.
Oh, no.
There you go. Noodle says, "When you burn down Twitch, will you upload the stream to locals?" Yeah, we probably do need to do something.
Yeah,
to be able to
that'd be
archive
good.
it.
Preserve it.
Yeah. All right. Tomorrow is a big day for Nintendo fans who are very anxious to learn more about Super or Mario Kart World, because tomorrow Nintendo's going to be doing a big Nintendo Direct. This is 2 weeks after the announcement of the Switch 2. They said we're going to be doing another one of these, and that's tomorrow. So you need to keep an eye out for that. It'll be 15 minutes long. You can find it over on the YouTubes right now, and it is live in 20 hours, and there are currently 715 people waiting for this. So so there you go. You can go and watch that tomorrow. People are obviously very excited. 15 minutes to spend on a single game is quite a long time. Mally, your thought? I don't know. Do you have any thoughts on Mario Kart World and outside of the price?
Yeah, I think it looks cool. I mean, I was definitely the person who, like, back on the Wii system, my favorite one of the mini games on like Wii Sports Resort was the Island Flyover. It was one of those passive ones that you could just go explore. So the idea of the free roam really does entice me. I know a lot of people are kind of shitting on it, but like, as somebody who likes to just casually go turn on their games and play at their own pace, sometimes I don't want to race. Sometimes I just want to explore. So their concept and their branching out is really cool, and I will admit I like the different styles that you can do in this new game. It's very different than the other Mario Karts.
pointed out by the chat just now, I did not notice this, obviously by our chat, which is enabled. Something that is not enabled for this live stream is the chat. As you can see right here, chat is disabled for the live stream.
You mean
I
the whole
wonder why?
lower the pricing, took some sort of effect?
Drop
Yes.
the price. Drop the price.
Yeesh, that's
No, increase the price.
not looking very good. Yikes. They clearly have heard people talking about this, but definitely don't want to address the issue here. So yikes. All right. Well, we'll see how that goes tomorrow. And they've now dropped the chat instead of dropping the price.
But I mean, they dropped something, including the ball.
Hey, but boom, let's go, Blabs.
Thanks.
Nice job. Okay, we've kind of talked about this the last couple days. There was leaks of the Oblivion remake that had hit online. There's some gameplay stills that were taken off of the developer's website. And it was like, okay, that's interesting. And then they closed down the links, so you couldn't find that anymore. And people were like, oh, that's pretty neat. That's cool. This is happening. And it almost confirmed that this was going to happen because, they were so quick to silence everybody about talking about it. And it was one of those things where it's like, was it on purpose? Was it not on purpose? Did they want to get people talking about it? Because there's been nothing about this game being a remastered version of Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. Well, someone was smart enough to go in and ask Xbox chat and their support about this. And despite there being no official word publicly about this, at least as far as I could tell, the Oblivion remake is going to be set to launch this coming Monday on Xbox, courtesy of the Xbox support. As somebody DM'd him, says, when will this game be available to play on cloud gaming? Earlier, I was told that Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered would be available on cloud gaming. And it says, well, here it is. It's set to release April 21st, which is coming up on Monday, which I'm guessing this is supposed to be like a shadow drop. Like they just kind of drop it and they're like, here's the game. And everyone goes, yay, let's go play it right now. But oddly enough, Xbox support has dropped. You talk about dropping the ball here. Dropped the ball here and actually just relayed the game is going to exist. So, some people are pressing X to doubt in the chat, but we'll see. Well,
here's the thing. I actually went to Steam. And I'll just share my Steam thing because maybe, I don't know, maybe this will do something.
Okay.
Maybe not. I don't know. Hang on, let me add here. Okay, so I go to Steam and I search Elder Scrolls online and there's a 2025 content pass that's released, when did they say? April 10th. So 5 days ago. So don't you think that 5 days ago has something to do with Oblivion as well? Some sort of overall cue that something else is happening? Just an idea.
Maybe, but I don't know. I mean, when you have the support, if this is a true message and the support is actually saying it's going to be launching this day, I mean, yeah, that's pretty cool, I suppose. But I guess we'll find out on Monday because we're right around the corner.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of intrigued because I've never played any of these games growing up, so I wouldn't mind giving it a shot. It'd be something new.
You got something on Monday, potentially.
The only thing I ever did was play Skyrim, and all I did was explore barrels and find baked potatoes. So, yeah.
I never played Skyrim, but I had so many people recommend it to me.
I really wanted to as a child to play Skyrim, but I had a laptop that just couldn't handle it. It was an old Dell laptop, whatever it was. There was no way to be able to play it because I was playing on the Wii instead. Yeah. So yeah, now I kind of have the opportunity, and I would love to go and find more baked potatoes as an adult.
And go get them potatoes, Blabs.
Yeah,
there
right?
you go. There you go.
Land.
Something that's not a potato is Ian and his 10 gifted memberships to the channel. Let's stinkin' go. Love to see that, Ian. Really appreciate that. If you guys got gifted a membership in the chat, make sure you say, oh, thank you, and consider paying it forward. We'd love to see that. Also, Brett is a member for 3 months. Thanks, Brett. Appreciate that greatly. Speaking of members, Bad Habit P and Bamboo Taco became Plus members. Once again, use promo code NOPE to get a free month. That's NOPE.
I have a request for the Plus people. When you're creating an account, please make your username super, super hard to read for Craig, because it's been kind of a joy for me to add these in on StreamYards and then have him pull him up and go, what's that word say? It's fun. So yeah, I like it. Thank you. Thank you very much for your difficult words.
or
Agreed.
don't.
No, it's fine. Please do so.
No, you
It's fun.
should.
It's fun reading the list of names as they come up, and it's like Bamboo Taco. It's like, nice, bro. You know?
Well, I mean, that's a fairly easy name.
Yeah, but it's you. So,
Don't
like,
let Craig's inability to read dim your creative lights, okay?
Exactly,
Just make your
guys.
usernames whatever you want them to be, and he'll struggle through it.
that's right. Even like challenge acceptances, chat. Thank you. Let's go on this adventure together where we bamboozle Craig's reading inability. It's great.
I never learned to read. All right. Well, let's move on if we can from that. The PlayStation 6 apparently is coming soon, as the PlayStation 6 console will include a standard console and a portable one. Now, this is coming from Kepler, who this is a leaker who's been fairly successful with their leaks. So we are now approaching PlayStation 6 I feel like the PlayStation 5 was just kind of glossed over. Yes,
I feel like
Vlad.
I just got my PS5.
And they're
Yeah,
raising
this
the price.
is hilarious. Like, they're raising the price of the PlayStation 5 all around the world, which is, total genius move after having it out for 5 years, making it out of date, basically, technology. Sure, definitely price that shit. You definitely want to keep more inventory as you start to release a PlayStation 6 that'll be out in 2 years to 3 years time. But on that, it literally says the PlayStation 6 is going to be less text, like superior than the PlayStation 5 that's already 5 years old. Who the fuck is going to buy a portable if it's already so old?
Well,
You
yeah,
know?
and then I read ahead too, and it said that the portable would release after the main, but if they come together, what am I going to wait a month between shipping? What is that?
Yeah.
And also, the PS5 better go down in price if the PS6 is coming out.
Yeah,
Like-
no, they're increasing the price of PlayStation 5. It's been announced. Yeah.
Okay, let's play prices. Let's play the Price is Right game, ladies. How many total units has the PlayStation 5 sold as of February 2025? Chat, you also can contribute to this conversation as always.
As of
Blabs,
February this year.
yes, February
So in
this
the
year.
last 2 months, basically.
Yeah.
Yes,
Probably
Blabs?
like at least I would hope, like, let's for Sony's sake, I would hope at least 1 million.
Wait, I'm sorry, Blabs. Wait, back up. At least 1 million PlayStation 5s.
I would like since February, right? In the last 2 months.
No. Blabs, okay. I was like, what? I'm talking about lifetime of the PlayStation 5.
Oh my gosh, I was like in the last 2 months as well.
That's what we understood you were saying in the last 2 months. We're like, I
Okay,
would
if we
hope
both
1
thought that,
million,
that was
bro.
definitely your fault.
Ladies, as of February 2020.
Oh, the end date is February. The end date is February.
God, Craig.
How many total PlayStation
When
5s
Melly
have
and I
been
are
sold?
the same
All right.
wave here. Okay. So since 2020,
Yeah, I know.
billion PlayStation units.
5 years, dude.
I would hope like a couple billion. I would hope, man.
Couple billion?
I would hope.
We just jumped.
Blabs,
Hard.
All right, listen.
do you have a concept of
500
reality?
million units sold.
Blabs, if they sell 500 million, that's 3 times the most popular console in history.
Right. So, girl math.
Is that PS2? Is that still holding?
What's that? PlayStation 2 is still holding, yes.
Listen.
Mally,
2
you got any
million.
guesses before Blabs throws out just a ridiculous number?
2.5 million.
2.5 million is still incredibly low. 75 million units globally in the last 5 years, or 5 or 6 years since it's been released.
Yeah, but my billion, bro.
Yeah, we were both very off.
Yes, you were
Dude,
both incredibly
I think
off.
I
like
was gonna go with like 200 million, but that was like, yeah.
listen, you had 5 years to sell your shit. I would have hoped you'd have it together, Sony, okay?
I
Well,
just
but
feel like,
$500 a pop. I mean,
man, that's crazy.
Just get rich, as they say, though. Like, just be able to afford it. Like, just admit you're a broke boy, right? Isn't that what Pokimane always says? Just admit it, you're a broke boy. It's fine.
Yeah, so about that Pokimane.
Yeah, I shredded her yesterday. That was funny.
Thanks for giving us the opportunity to talk about this.
Ah.
Great. Speaking of Pokimane and everyone's favorite streamer, apparently she's getting texts from her parents who are just extremely concerned about her moving back to Canada because apparently the United States is such a hellhole for people. So the tweet here, my parents keep
No!
texting me very concerned.
pack your bags, girl.
That's right. There's Blabs says, "Go for it. I'll help you pack."
I will. I'll come
I'm
help
gonna
you,
go get
man.
it.
I'll just put her in the suitcase too. Off you go. Bye.
There you go. Here's Kiana, who definitely a dude, an e-girl,
Oh my
but
god!
like
If you
with a
click,
penis.
I actually clicked on this person. 'Cause I
Nope,
was like,
not doing
holy-
it.
No. So you don't actually see anything, but you totally see a bulge and everything. It's like, bro, who are you trying to like pretend here? You have a huge dick right there. Like it's obvious.
Here's the most amazing thing about this is we're actually trying to get people out of the country right now. So like this is the opposite of immigration. Like get the fuck out. Go ahead. Go crazy. Like if you really want to go, you're a streamer. You can do that literally from anywhere. You can replicate your set. You can do everything you want. You don't have to live here. You can go wherever you like at any
You wanna go
time.
back to Canada? That's fine. Off you go.
That's right. You know, and while we're at it, we should probably check your immigration status just to make sure you are legal. If you are from Canada, I just think it may be important to do that because who knows? Maybe you know, maybe Pokimane needs to be double checked.
Maybe she
on.
overstayed her welcome.
That's right.
Yeah, maybe. It sounds like it since she's already complaining.
Yeah.
I think. Look, I never thought I'd say this, but we should use Rosie O'Donnell as an example. If you truly have an issue with living in the United States, go live in Ireland, go live in Canada, go live in Mexico, go live in Venezuela. Go.
Ooh, go on.
You can leave at any time. Your dollar is worth a hell of a lot of money there. You'd be a fucking queen.
You'd be
wherever
an
you move.
asset over there.
Yes.
It's like that scene in Ferris Bueller. Go on. Get out of here. Go home. It's over.
What's the most amazing thing about this is the idea that like people, this is not 2020. We don't have cities burning down, you know, like I just don't understand how people are looking at this. And the common response I see to all this is like, people like, I don't understand what the issue is. And the common thread to all this is, have you not watched the news? Like, if you watch the news, you think that the world is burning. That's just the way it is. So these people have been broken by this. I don't understand. Man.
To be honest, it always surprised me too. That I mean, I know it was the mass hysteria. Don't get me wrong. That's powerful. But it always surprised me too how much, you know, Rona was able to shock everybody 5 years ago. Because is that not the media's job? And don't get me wrong, I don't like it. I don't like that they do this. But is that not what they've done all along? They are the shock value media. They are supposed to come out there and say the world's ending and the sky is falling. That is their trope. So the fact that people like let it get to them anytime now is baffling. It just shows how much they were mentally inhibited 5 years ago when they were kept inside, because you've forgotten that you are supposed to ignore the media. Like, they don't tell you anything.
Maybe that's the goal here is all these people who say they want to leave. Maybe you just let them go and say, guys, thanks. You guys, well, see you later, you know, and that way the country returns to like some sort of normalcy, you know, and we've been moving back towards that, you know, some sort of normalcy here in the last, you know, we talked about the culture shift several times, the insanity attached to this. But once again, she is in the hive mind of LA and Hollywood and all that down there. And in the content creator space, like I said, man, you know, this like I've never seen somebody so rich be such a victim as Pokimane. It's so unbelievably just privileged. Like, talk about privilege, fucking privilege. Be so fucking oppressed.
Yeah.
It's insane. So anyways, good luck, Pokimane. If you need help, I will gladly be there to help throw all your suitcases.
Get her some
in the
U-Haul
moving truck.
boxes.
I'll buy the fucking U-Haul. I will buy the U-Haul. I will.
No,
I will
I'll get
straight
your
up.
plane ticket.
Yeah.
Like,
No, she's driving. She's driving.
no.
She's gonna drive her ass up there.
You just drop everything and go. It's the safest way for you to escape.
That's right. That's right. Because you never know what's gonna happen. You know, the world may end. You know, or all right. I saw this and I can't confirm this because I looked on WWE.com for this, but I thought this is interesting. So there's a wrestler right now that goes by El Grande Americano. Okay. And this is a wrestler who it's part of a storyline. Everybody knows who this guy is. It's an alter ego of this wrestler named Chad Gable. Okay. And all El Grande Americano is Chad Gable with an American luchador mask on. Now, luchadors traditionally wrestle with masks on, and this is what he looks like here. He's very patriotic and all this, but here's the thing. He's a bad guy. Okay. He is a bad guy. So apparently he was built.
Heel turn?
What's that?
Did he have a heel turn?
Thanks, Blabs. Great terminology. You nailed it. Apparently, WWE billed him as his hometown as being from the Gulf of America. And apparently Backlash Online, they changed it back to Gulf of Mexico. So he originally was from the Gulf of America. And WWE was like, okay. So like WWE kind of bent the knee to the online mob, which is something they usually don't do. And like I said, I can't confirm this. I saw this and I was like, okay, but I just kind of wanted to bring it up. Which if people are, I got a lot of thoughts on this, because if this character, and we all look, everybody, including WWE, says this is just a story, everybody, right? And there's good guys and they're bad guys, and it's resolved with fisticuffs, right? We all understand that. This is not 1973 where people think it's a real thing. It's still real to me, damn it. But El Grande Americano is a bad guy in WWE. So wouldn't you, and there's this thing called heat. You're a heel, and heat is when the crowd hates you, okay? If you're a bad guy and people hate that you are from the Gulf of America and you represent America, don't you want to keep your hometown billed as the Gulf of America so people will be more pissed at you? Doesn't that make sense?
That sounds like the goal. I mean, I followed you all the way here and I don't even do all this stuff. So that makes sense.
Right. You would think that instead of catering to the fans, you'd want the fans to be more pissed at you by going against what they think is right. So yeah, Bull Bear says slow news day. Yes, it is a slow news day, but it is worth talking about. Yeah. I don't know. I saw that and I thought there's a lot of irony in that. So anyways, you can watch El Grande Americano on my WWE WrestleMania watch party coming up.
Also, his name is literally coffee.
El Grande Americano. That's true. That is true.
Name is literally coffee. So.
Right. Yes. Lisa in the chat says, we want heat. No, not that type of heat. That's right. That's right. All right. Let's go and move on in this wonderful slow news day. We're glad you guys are with us. Do us a favor, hit the thumbs up button for the slow news days. But hey, that's the thing. We're here. We're hanging out. We're having a good time. But give it up for Aramis, who became a Plus member over at sidescrollersplus.com. Clearly use the promo code NOPE to get a free month over there. Appreciate that, Aramis. Marius says, as a non-American, I deeply disagree with Craig's sentiments. Celebs, please stay in America. No, Marius. Everyone go to Marius and hang out with Marius. Everybody, all of them. The chat says, that's awesome. Says, the chat says, Mally, great point on media. Simple. Shock equals money. Listen, it's true in every sort of media. Every sort of media. Demogeny says, PS5 was basically the remake console. It hardly had any games that I was interested in. I'm leaning towards joining the PC Master Race. Might buy PlayStation 6. Ooh.
By the way, his name's Demogeny.
Oh, thank you. Garrick says, Bamboo Taco here. I was going to use the code for a free month, but you have to put in payment info. Nope. Hey, that's cool. No worries at all. Thanks, Garrick. Luigi says, since there are some lunatics that hate being U.S. citizens, I will gladly trade my citizenship for theirs, and they can come here. I would love to have first world problems. That being said, I will hate having the beach so close to my home. Well, Luigi, there are bigger issues right there. Thank you, Luigi. Rod says, as a Mexican, I can say, heck no, Pokimane can return to Canada. Mexico does not need streamers to do gentrification in my country. There you go. Hold strong, Rod. Can't wait to go down to Mexico, get some street tacos down there. Tamamo came in and says, I won't deny the UK is a mess, but it is clear many people who don't live here only see the police did this, the government did that, and various other things that have no idea how daily life is. And it's definitely not that bad. Well, there's, that I think social media has put a magnification on a lot of issues that maybe not have been pushed to the forefront even a decade ago. And there's good from that and there's bad from that, and I think that's how you see people in Canada going, do you need to move back to you need to come back because the United States is so bad? And it's like, you look around, you're like, what the fuck are they talking about? So, all right. Brother Snape says, disrespecting Mexico/Luchas is his gimmick. L move. That's right. Thanks, Brother Snape. All right. Let's keep moving on. We have, you know what? Speaking of fights and fighting games, let's bring it back to video games here. Listen, I saw this and was immediately inspired. We have a new professional gamer joining the ranks here, a gentleman named Gamer B. Now, I'm not familiar with Gamer B, but I am familiar with Gamer B's age because that's what makes this thing interesting. Usually when you think of esports folks, they're like 15, 16, 20, early 20s. This is when you're at your peak movement, dexterity, ready to go. Well, Gamer B just broke the record for the oldest player to join a major esports organization at the age of 46 years old. 46 years old and joined here. Yeah, that is great. Now, pretty cool. He's been competing for a long time, 3 decades here. Won 2 gold medals at the Global Esports Games and Street Fighter V. It kind of makes you wonder why he was just now joining this. If he's been competing for so long, has he been a free agent or whatever? Because apparently he's been playing at a high level. I also like that his age is either 45 or 46, according to Wikipedia. We don't know. So there you go. He revealed he's made around $1 million in 2014 through 2014 through his prize money streaming and sponsorship. In September 2015, he became Twitch's partnerships development lead in Taiwan. Okay, there you go. So he's been around and he's getting in. So it's never too late, Mally. Just saying, if you ever want to pick up the sticks and go a little Street Fighter, I'm not saying you're 46. I'm just saying there's a lot of time between.
No, I got time to become a champion. Yeah,
that's right. So, is there a game, Blabs, that you could go pro in?
No, I mean, unless you count my 5 stars of Jurassic World, where I have almost 200 hours on. Yeah. Well, actually, it's more than 200 hours because that's just the second game. Then there's the first game that I spent a good chunk of my time on. Ew. I am a pro dinosaur park creator. I will say that.
This is true. Nothing
beats my parks. I let everyone die afterwards. It's 10 on 10 experience for everybody.
Good for you, Blabs.
Yes.
All right, before we move on to our next part, which I cannot skip, and I'm going to give you guys actually a full rundown of this here in just a second. First, I want to say Magnus says, Studious Greg, Blathering Conjurer, Malted Mongoose, hail! Blabs versus Dark Souls, make that shit happen. Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there to Dark Souls. For sure. 1,000%, Magnus. Thank you very much. We are at 8 of our goal of 20 yellow supers to get Montez. I do have a normal man sent me an email yesterday and made a Montez wheel we can spin. So if we get there today, maybe that's how we'll choose our Montez today, if we can get there. So Marius says he's so antisocial that they had to use carbon dating to determine his age, which is why it's just an estimate. Yeah, he did definitely look younger than 46. So thanks, Marius. Appreciate that. And Ian says, speaking of turning pro, Craig needs to be at the next Sex with Hitler tournament. I'm retired. Thanks, Ian. Appreciate it. All right. So a little bit of background here on the show. Every day we build what's called a run sheet. Okay. And the run sheet includes all the stories that we may or may not hit. And some days it's like 2 pages long. Some days it's 4 pages long. And it just kind of gives us an idea of where we're going on a day-to-day basis and allows me to click links and pick the stories that we're going to. And at the top, it kind of gives us a rundown of things to talk about. And I'm going to show you the run sheet today. Right? It says that here are some things we want to be talking about here. The WrestleMania watch party. We're closing on these 500 plus members. Important things. You can kind of see how the show has gone so far. Things that I've skipped over here. Things are going. And so occasionally I'll just kind of skip things to talk about. Well, apparently I'm not allowed to skip this. It says, don't skip, Craig. So we're not going to skip this.
Because you skipped it last time.
We did skip it last time. Mally and I were ready to go. We're like, right, popcorn bucket time. We wait every other Wednesday
2 weeks ago.
Every other Wednesday this happens, and he skipped it. The audacity of this man. So I wrote in caps yesterday, do not skip.
We announced the freaking two Wednesdays ago, the Switch 2 was announced. What do you want?
It's the popcorn bucket time.
There's all these things going on.
Priorities.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Which leads us to our next story. We have the first arrest at Epic Universe.
That's right.
We're just gonna skip over it. I'm just kidding.
Craig, suddenly I'm unavailable on Wednesdays.
I know. I'm just kidding. Okay. So look, everybody loves talking popcorn buckets. So I wanted to turn the show over to Blabs and Mally here to talk about popcorn buckets. With that said, I'll be back in 60 seconds.
Are you serious? He's watching backstage. Anyway, I guess I'm in the reins here, right? So, as you guys are all aware, Revenge of the Sith, aka Star Wars Episode 3, came out in 2005, making 2025 the 20th anniversary. So, some movie theaters are bringing it back, and they're actually releasing a popcorn bucket available at Regal. Yay! So you get an actual bucket, and then you get like that tiny ass little bucket thing that is cool. It's Darth Vader's helmet. I think
it's a sippy cup.
Oh, that's a sippy cup. That's right. Okay, yeah, I see the straw. It was like hidden, but yeah,
It was, yeah.
I also seen like a different popcorn bucket too, but I can't remember if it was Regal or not. But yeah, anyway, they're coming back with Star Wars Darth Vader helmet and everything. So there's your popcorn bucket talk for today. But we also have something that Mally wanted to share, don't we, Craig?
Is it this?
Well, I mean,
Well,
okay,
that's
that's that too. So yes, Disney has been bringing back the popcorn bucket, this time with ornaments that you can put on your Christmas tree, because it's such a huge trend now that they're turning into little tiny ornaments for your Christmas tree.
And mind you, just so y'all understand, that's the same price that I paid for the damn popcorn bucket itself. $30 whole for a tiny version of it that lights up
like that big.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that big. So yeah, that's happening now. It's a huge trend where they're turning popcorn buckets into ornaments. So just imagine the fad there. But there's more, right, Craig?
I guess I'm trying to figure out this TikTok thing. It's telling me to select two objects that are the same shape to get through.
Oh my god, it's literally trying to figure out if you're a bot or not. That's all.
Oh my gosh.
I did it.
Because you mentioned the 20-year anniversary, I didn't realize that. But also right now, because it's the season of the Force at Disneyland, meaning they're celebrating Star Wars and they have May the 5th and all that. May the 4th, I'm sorry. They also released, as well as this one that you're about to see, a Tauntaun popcorn bucket as like a throwback.
I didn't see that one, but that's insane. Look at that.
This gets my goat, man. These are scrapers.
I thought this was the
He's not an employee, no.
He's not an employee. Okay, so the thing about this, they know popcorn buckets are a big thing in the parks. They know this. So they have a 2 per person limit. This guy has gone back to the back of the line and stood in line 20 times over so that he can load himself up with all of the most wanted Death Star light up popcorn buckets that just debuted at May the 4th on their Star Wars night they do at Disneyland. And he's going to go home and sell them for 3 times the price on eBay. That is a scraper. I'm surprised they even let that guy continue doing that in the parks, because it's hard to stop it online, but in the parks, imagine watching that guy walk out. That would piss me off. I would have a hard time not like saying something. How do you just watch him carry 40 of the same bucket? He's gonna charge $150 for those, and they cost $5 to make and 40 in the parks. He's gonna cause so much mayhem for these people. All these people paid $150 to get into a special ticketed event at the park, Star Wars night. It's not a normal thing. You don't just go to the park. You have to buy a ticketed thing for it. It's a special event. They release this popcorn bucket there. You have to spend another $30 or $40 only for him to have stolen them all.
I like that Craig thought he was an employee at first in his jeans and sneakers.
Well, no, I didn't think he was an employee, but my thought, that's the Death Star, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, they did a Tauntaun one. That's not in this video. The Tauntaun one is available right now, and it's kind of cute. I think that's probably because of the anniversary. But this one, it's in the top right of your screen right now, showing it lit up at night.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah, that's
cool.
it while it's lit up.
That is a nice one.
So it's cool, and clearly it's a giant sphere, so it would hold a lot of popcorn. It's practical, and it looks cool. So it's one of the more wanted ones. But just the thing that made me mad was seeing that guy scraping them live in the parks. It's like, really? Like, you're just taking that. You're robbing other people of the experience.
I really am surprised that they would actually allow that. Especially
What-
like he's right there
He
with
waited in
everything.
line. He paid for him.
Damn.
If side scrollers was to have a popcorn bucket, what would it be? What would be the
A pickle.
A pickle?
A pickle
Ooh.
bucket.
A pickle bucket. Okay, all right, interesting idea. All right, I don't know. Well, chat, what do you think?
I thought he was gonna write that down for a second. I was like, don't do that. No.
Not,
Oh
not
my
gonna
gosh,
write
a
down.
normal man.
Just a normal person, just
Yeah.
standing there.
He'd just have to be a normal man.
That's right. All right. We also have one more popcorn bucket, which is happening over at Universal, and we can't go one show without talking about Harry Potter. So here we
That's
are.
right. It's fucking ugly. It is. It is
doesn't
so
look
ugly.
as good as it could. Yeah.
It looks
What
like
is
a
that?
giant box.
It's
So
a
that's
time
the time
turner?
turner. Yeah.
Okay.
He's got
I'll let
no
Blabs do
idea.
this is Harry Potter. I already did my Disney thing.
Yeah, so well, thank you, Mally. But this is a time turner. Obviously, you travel back in time with it and all that. He was using Prisoner of Azkaban, the third movie / third book. To me, this is just really, really ugly. It's huge too, mind you. It's not something small. It's a huge popcorn bucket. It's ugly. It's bulky, and honestly, it looks incredibly cheap. It looks made out of like the cheapest plastic you're gonna find. And I guarantee you, because I don't know the price of it, it's gonna be expensive because they always are. So it's a no from me, dog. The end.
Well, you can get that at Universal,
Yeah.
apparently, and nothing will ever make Blabs happy ever about Harry Potter.
What are you talking about? I just got stuff from Japan today. I'm ecstatic.
You love nostalgia, Blabs. That's what you love.
What do you
love
mean?
nostalgia. Not Harry Potter. You love
What?
nostalgia. You love the time you spent with Harry Potter before.
What? I literally go to the theme parks and studio tours and go and look at everything there. You little shit, you're just trying to piss me off. This is bait. Shut up, Tom Hardy.
That's right.
You're so proud of yourself, Craig.
Yeah, I am.
You whippersnapper.
All right, Blabs saying, "Get off my lawn."
Get
That's
off
what
my
she
lawn.
does. That's right.
Such a
Blabs.
grandpa Blabs.
Listen,
Yeah.
Blabs has been slowly over the last 10 days or so
I'm tired of the shit.
she's turned into some like grumpy, like somewhere in the age of like 28, Blabs turned into some sort of like
It's because I'm
75-year-old
almost 29
man.
now, right? I got a month and like 2 weeks or whatever to go. So I'm slowly becoming an old man.
You're giving Oscar the Grouch vibes.
Yeah, for
Give
sure.
me a trash can.
Yeah.
All right, well, we have our first arrest over at Epic Universe. The park's not even open yet, which is
Yeah,
exciting.
wild.
So
It's literally only open to the families of the people who built it. How did this happen?
yeah, well, that's not true. They've done some preview events for some folks.
Oh.
Yeah, don't remember, Mally? That was what we were like.
Oh,
all
the
pissed
meeting of
off about.
people.
The
Oh, well, I
hosted,
thought we
yeah.
would have heard about that. Oh, I'm just gonna.
Yeah, but this has happened and afterwards, after I believe the hosted events happened, I thought. So yeah.
Yes. Well, we have this right here. So we have the video, which has been making waves across social media, shows a chaotic interaction between a man who claims he was caught stealing inside the park during a limited access preview. He was filmed by another individual. He brazenly admits that the alleged crime and shocks viewers by saying doesn't give a fuck. Well, let's check out the video here. What happens at Universal? They got arrested. 14 seconds.
Done got kicked out the park. They caught me stealing. They caught me stealing in this store. I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
What the hell?
You're never getting back in there, buddy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you get invited in a preview experience, which is like one of the best times ever to go because nobody's there and you get to experience it without any crowds, and that's how you react. Like, bro, I would have loved to have been there, you piece of shit. It's fine.
Wow. Well,
Get off my lawn.
Yeah.
Here's the face of the guy, the first guy to get arrested at Epic Universe. And there he
What
is.
a moron.
Nice.
Wow.
Like,
Yeah, he looks
has a
about as
face
big of an
like
idiot as he sounds like.
Yeah.
that. He resembles the back end of a cat. It's fine.
You don't give a fuck. All right. But there's also the Universal UK. They announced a new park for this. Mally, did you hear that they're going to be doing a theme park in the UK for this?
No.
Oh, interesting. There have been some interesting trademarks for this, including a Back to the Future area for Universal UK, which is very, very cool. There's been a lot of hype around this. So there could be an entire area, not just a ride, the idea of it being Hill Valley that
so
you can
cool.
step into at Universal Studios. Which
Oh my
is
gosh,
cool.
imagine. Oh my gosh, that would be so cool. Imagine meet and greeting with them and like, oh, getting to sit in the car. Oh,
Yeah, man, dude. So you can see the park at, or you can see the car at Universal Studios Hollywood.
Yeah. you can
But
see it. You can't do anything with it.
right. But you know what's interesting? I'm usually not a big fan of kind of I see sometimes like Avatar, right? Avatar's they've had the two biggest movies in the world, but nobody remembers anything about what happened in Avatar, right? Back to the Future, on the other hand, I feel is a movie that anybody can watch, anybody can enjoy. I think it's almost like the perfect movie, right? And the fact that we had a Back to the Future ride that got phased out at Universal, and now they're talking about bringing it back into a new world, I that's actually pretty exciting for me. I love that idea. So
Yeah.
we'll kind of see what happens. They haven't announced any plans for this, and this Universal UK thing was something that I'm just now learning about. So I don't really know where it's going to be or how it's going to act.
Well, for me, it's really interesting that they picked the UK because the weather is not the best there for being outside and everything. It's not like it's sunshine and daisies over there, so good luck to them. But there is some things like there's no Hogwarts Castle apparently due to some rights agreement. There might be some Lord of the Rings there, so it'll be interesting to see. I know a lot of Lord of the Rings fans are furious about that because they don't want a theme park. I kind of think it would be interesting if done correctly. If they do like they do with Harry Potter, I think that'd be really cool. I mean, imagine walking into Mordor or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wild. But it would be really cool to see like all the meet and greets and cast and all that, because like How to Train Your Dragon's doing a really good job. Did you see like the twins for that, like Rough Nut?
Oh my gosh, the twins are so spot on. Rough Nut and Tough Nut, they look so good. They sound good. I'm more infatuated with the girl because she's really pulling off the look.
She is. There's lots of clips of her surfacing. I'll see if I can find one in a bit. But
girl.
She's doing a really good job. But the thing is, then there's a poster out with
Craig.
Yeah, good job, Craig. There's like this poster going around with the live action How to Train Your Dragon. There's not a single blonde. I didn't even realize that. Not one blonde.
No, and if you look at the twins they cast for the movie, they are not twins. Okay, the guy could probably pull it off if they found a girl that looked like him. It'd be good. But the girl they picked to play the twin,
she's not.
She looks like she ate the twin.
Yeah.
She is not.
She's huge. She's supposed to be tall and lanky. Instead, she's
tall
like
and lanky
shorter,
and blonde, not ginger.
Okay.
Yeah. Craig's like every other Wednesday, it's just women talk.
I love it.
I mean, I can bounce around to how there was another naked man at Disney this week.
Yeah, go on. There you go.
Yeah, you remember that Small World incident?
What?
Well, oh my gosh, you guys didn't hear about that?
No.
Like months ago, there was a guy, I'm pretty sure he was on some kind of drug, but he got out of the boat in Small World and climbed up on the set and sat with the dolls, and he was buck naked, or maybe he was in underwear, but he was not in clothes.
God.
And then just a few days ago, there was a man who was buck naked, and he was climbing on the sign of Tiana's Palace. Like he was on the sign of one of the restaurants. He was also probably on drugs because you don't just do that for fun. But
damn.
Yeah, he was full buck naked. He had everything out.
I really feel bad for the kids there. They're just going to have fun. That's awful. I feel bad for the parents too, going, oh, how do I explain this?
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn.
Honestly, I would just cover my child's eyes and walk. That's
just be like, no, you don't have to say anything. It's fine.
Yeah. I have a surprise. It's over here.
Yes. Not that type of surprise, honey. Okay.
Small World just got a lot smaller.
Hey, bada boom, hey, let's go. All right. Ian came in and says, what was he stealing from Epic Universe? An animated dragon egg? An animatronic dragon egg? No, just bullshit. Just regular old t-shirts and stuff. Thank you, Ian. Tamamo says, following up, I completely agree about the positives and negatives. That's the responsible and logical response. I have met people online, however, who had much less reasonable responses. It's scary. Thank you, Tamamo. And Marius says, the British need cheering up, Blabs. They do.
What do you mean? You guys had a great day today. Shout out to women's rights in the United Kingdom.
Yeah, we'll get to that in just a few minutes. But first, let's get to the 1992 sequel to Home Alone 2. have y'all ever seen Home Alone 2? You like that
I
one?
love Home Alone
I think
2.
it's the better of the two, personally.
Really?
I do. I like it.
I mean,
more.
Rob
Bold.
Schneider and like that entire cast of the hotel definitely carry. They do a
That's what
fantastic
sent
job.
it for me. I'm
Come
like, yeah, I know it's a
along,
hot take,
Cedric,
but-
and he just drags him like, dude,
Wow. That's crazy.
hot take.
That's an
It is.
extremely hot take. Well,
it is.
there's a point in the movie where Kevin McAllister is making his way through a hotel, the hotel that he's staying at, and there's a 7-second cameo where the current president of the United States, Donald Trump, makes a cameo. He obviously wasn't president; he was a businessman at this point. Walks through and gives Kevin some directions. There's a still from
Isn't it his hotel?
I don't know. I don't
Okay.
know if it's his
I
hotel.
thought for a minute it was like that's why they went to him, but okay.
Yeah. But he's in this and it gives a little bit of directions. Well, now the director of Home Alone 2, Chris Columbus, who also did the Home Alone, the original Home Alone movie, says that he wants Donald Trump's cameo removed from the film. He says, I just wish it was gone. I can't cut it. If I cut it, I'll probably be sent out of the country.
Oh my God. Imagine thinking you're that important.
Imagine thinking that's actually going to happen.
Yeah.
Like that's how scared.
But he really thinks
Dude,
that
it's-
just like all the missiles in the world will be aimed at him if he did something like that. Like, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also, it does say here, Donald Trump did own the Plaza Hotel at the time of filming, and so being in it was a condition set by him.
There you go. The art of the deal, as they say.
It was in exchange for allowing the filming at his property.
There you go.
Interesting. I'm gonna blow Mally's mind here because she doesn't really know who Chris Columbus is. So besides the fact that he directed like Mrs. Doubtfire and he actually did the first Percy Jackson movie, Chris Columbus directed the first 2 Harry Potter movies. That's why when you said I had no idea, I was like, but
Hey, Blabs, you know what else he directed?
he's done a lot of shit, man. Which one are you looking at?
The 1996 classic starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jingle All the Way.
That's
So there we go. A movie that we should definitely have you watch
terrible
sometime.
movie. I've seen that one. It's terrible.
No. We'll need to watch that again as a holiday Christmas classic. So
I can't believe you didn't know Mally. And
That's
he was
so
like,
sad that he's created such good things and yet he's
Mhm.
still an idiot.
yeah. It's like I have so much respect for this man for all the art that he's created in this world, and then he just has like these little deranged moments, and I'm just like, is that really necessary? Do you have to do that? Like, stop.
Well, Adrian Curry, former America's Next Top Model champion and a reality TV person, came in with this. Says, imagine having this much sand in your vagina. So there you go. But the idea that if I cut it, I'll probably be sent out of the country. Like, what?
Yeah.
He watches a lot of news. This
You
dude
watch a
watches
lot of CNN.
Oh my gosh.
A lot of CNN.
It's amazing to see. So
These
Broken
directors
Man-
forget that they have fans all over the world that would love them a lot more if they just shut the fuck up. Like, he can have that opinion. How about maybe just don't tell the internet?
Yeah, I agree. Like, and by the way, the source for that was the San Francisco Chronicle, right? So there's definitely a little bit of virtue signaling there when you're talking about San Francisco. Like, how does it get brought up? Do you regret having Donald Trump in Home Alone 2? It's like, no, I really didn't hate him until you guys told me to hate him about 9 years ago.
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. How hard would it be to just be like, no, he was a businessman at the time. Like, I did a
Right.
business deal with him. If anything, he should be grateful that it's based on what I read. Sounds like Trump let him do all of that filming in that hotel, that clip and everything for free because of the cameo. So he saved a lot because of Trump. That was actually very generous of him.
And like, if you look at his Instagram, this last post, Chris Columbus's Instagram, who I do follow, he has this lovely tribute where it's a Home Alone reunion. Where are Harry and Marv? Because it's like Kevin's mom, and the director of the movie. Like, that's a lovely, beautiful tribute. It's like, this is what the fans want. They don't care about your derangement syndrome. Like, man.
I love the comments. The comments are
I'm
already
afraid
out.
he will
there.
deport me, says the guy born in the USA. He bullied his way into the movie. I bet you asked him for the cameo. TDS is in the
You liked
house.
him
I'm
so
gonna like
much, you
that one.
chose him at his hotel. Yeah.
Hey, look,
Pretty
then
amazing
there's
stuff, man.
Tom. What a a-hole. That's funny.
It's amazing. Modest came in with a 5. He says, "Hey, bada bing, arrivederci, mi amicis." Too much estro today. Craig, you have the patience of a saint. JK, have a good days. Have a good days, twos yous. Capiche. Capiche kepe.
Listen, I'm convinced Craig is pretty prepared for this because he has daughters.
Yeah,
so
you literally are surrounded by women
he's good.
24/7. This is like another day in the house
is
for him.
I totally got used to it. Women have softened me up. I'm a big old giant pussy now. Congratulations.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Tamamo says, follow up again. I had a guy from Singapore who had seen things on X tell me in no uncertain terms to do not nice things to certain types of people. I quickly blocked. Yeah, there are people who will see me and they think that I'm the devil. It's crazy. It's like, okay, sounds good. Have a good day.
We used to have this clip before we go on StreamYard. It was really Craig saying, "I do not have a vagina," and I wanted to play it, but unfortunately, we don't have it anymore. So I tried, Craig.
There's look, you missed the mark there, Blabs. There was the one opportunity and you missed it. Congratulations.
Shut up, bitch.
Oh no! What happened to me?
Away.
Yeah, way to go, Blabs. What happened?
I don't know. StreamYard's just disconnected it.
Jeez, it's ridiculous.
Fuck off, you oversensitive little shit.
There you go. Thank you, Blabs.
Vote
Brett.
for me is a vote for boobs.
Brett did not say that.
Whoa.
Finally got caught up on shows last week. Blabs, have you heard of Power Wash Simulator on Steam? Been a fan of cleaning. Being a fan of cleaning, you might like it.
Oh, I've played it, Blabs. You'd like it.
Oh my god. Oh look, there it is.
I literally got my dad onto this. He even loves it now.
Oh my god. And it's free?
Is it?
Oh no, that's a demo. Never mind. Anyway,
Okay, I was gonna say, I think it's like a
watch
cheap
this.
game, but it's not free.
Yeah, I added to my. Oh, look at that! You really do. It's like the opposite of that dog game that you get everything covered in mud. Okay, it's on my watch list now.
Well, Blabs, I'm just saying, maybe that'd be something we can do on Plus.
Power washing.
Oh my gosh, it will be dead silent, and you'll all just be staring.
Look at everything be clean.
Yeah.
All right. Forrest says melee-k's.in. Yeah, do not skip. That's right.
Do
Thank you
not
very much.
skip.
Thanks, Forrest. Cannot put in StreamYard. Marius, thank you very much for your
I can
support.
read it. Hang on.
Yeah.
Marius says, I will know the end is near the day that I see popcorn bucket scalpers swinging at each other in the streets. There you go.
There you go. All right. Here's a statement that I think we all saw coming, but it is still quite jarring. Amanda Bynes has joined OnlyFans.
Oh, that poor girl.
But there is one major caveat. Now, it says Amanda Bynes is the latest Hollywood star to join OnlyFans, but she will only be she won't be posting any quote sleazy content. So yes.
I feel so bad for this woman.
Yeah, man.
They broke her.
She's had a rough life.
Here's Amanda Bynes now, which is rough.
Tattoo on her face, a bull ring, blonde hair, really big eyebrows that she totally changed.
Fried hair. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm doing OnlyFans to chat with my fans through DMs, said in her Tuesday announcement. And there you go. So you got your OnlyFans right here from Amanda Bynes, which I got to be honest, some people would want to see Amanda Bynes naked for sure. For sure. But
It was beautiful.
oh, yeah, she was.
She was very beautiful, talented, can sing, act, she was with the whole package.
Oh my gosh, she had such a future. I mean, that little face was everywhere. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm curious if there is I actually want to see how much she's charging for OnlyFans.
Craig's like, sign me up. I want to chat with Amanda. How you doing, girl?
Well, no, I mean,
Funny, right? Is that OnlyFans wasn't for the stuff that we all think OnlyFans is about originally. I mean, still even there are people who don't do that on there.
yes. Let's see. I do not think this is right, but at Amanda Bynes, no, this can't be right. No, this is from April 4th, 2023. So at Amanda Bynes, which is actually not Amanda Bynes, says all my NSFW goodies. So that does not look like crazy ass Amanda Bynes. So there you go. But Yeah, I'm curious what she's charging for. Once again, this is current day Amanda Bynes right here. God rest her fucking
Poor
soul,
girl.
man.
Yeah, she looks nothing like what she used to. There's no
So
part of her
sad.
left.
Like, that is so tragic. People are like, oh my God, how could you talk about this? Like, how can you not look at her?
Yeah.
Like,
And when you know what happened to her,
Mhm.
you feel bad. It's not like this girl just did it all to herself. Like, she was being preyed upon as a child. There's a reason.
Yep.
I
And then
mean,
she snapped.
you look at this, like, you know, when she was a
Ugh.
kid, she's a cute girl, right? And
Yeah.
what the fuck? Like,
Mm.
what happened? Golly, what happened? You're talking about like something, what they did to her. What do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, we all saw that
Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon documentary come out, you know, and they talked about, and we all already kind of knew about what had occurred with Dan Schneider and Amanda Bynes. If you ask me, I've had a theory that that's what he tried to do with Ariana Grande, and that was like the success story because now she's a big famous pop star. Maybe he made that same promise to Amanda, and it just didn't work out because, from what I've heard, she ended up getting pregnant by Dan Schneider, and he forced her to have an abortion. And her parents were suspicious. Again, I could be wrong on certain points, but from what I've heard from the documentary and deep diving research, he did get her pregnant as a child. He went to have her have an abortion, and she was doing the whole rebel against her parents thing, where her parents didn't want her near Dan, but she wanted. I can only assume to be loved, to be wanted. She was in that preyed upon state where she was a victim, and he convinced her it would be a great idea to live with him. And it went really downhill very fast, and it was all from Nickelodeon in my perspective.
Wow. That's,
Yeah.
I didn't know he got her pregnant.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah.
Wow.
And aborted as a child. Yeah.
Yikes. Oh man, that's messy.
Yeah.
That's-
Somebody said they loved her in Big Fat Liar. That was like my first experience with her. Yeah.
Dude, yeah.
Mine
yeah.
was What I Like About You. And then
She's
she
the
was in
man.
that Channing Tatum movie. She's the
the
man.
man,
That
yeah.
one's hilarious. Like,
That one
is
was
a
good.
freaking hilarious movie. And then she
Yeah.
was in Hairspray. A lot of people don't remember this, but she was in Hairspray. And she's a fantastic singer. She did a great job as Penny,
Yeah.
and she was also in Easy A as the religious girl, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
She is hilarious in that
Yeah.
one. Like,
I mean,
she's
everyone
fantastic.
wanted to cast her in everything.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn shame, man. What a
it
damn
really
shame.
is.
No, it really is.
Mm-mm-mm.
And I'm surprised. I think Blabs was saying this earlier. Just like, I'm surprised she didn't go with any other platform. Like, I talk with my fans too, but I didn't need to make an OF to do that.
Yeah, subscriptions with Instagram where they can chat with
Yeah.
you there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mary says, how much to get a therapist to DM her? Right. Jesus
Right?
Christ. What, how broken. You see these child stars, and this is like, I can't imagine the idea of the amount of pressure that's put on these kids, the amount of bad situations that these kids are put into on a day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month basis. It just totally fractures them and just changes them personally. Obviously, don't even worry about professionally, but you see the before and after of what she is now compared to what she was 15 years ago. Holy moly, it's just so sad.
Yeah.
All right. Well, damn. Speaking of Hollywood, let's talk about girl boss space. Let's go into space. We saw this story a couple days ago. This is from the all-female flight, quote-unquote, crew aboard the Blue Origin capsule is heard screaming and giggling as they return back to Earth. The women said it's time to bring glam to space, and they put the ass in astronaut.
Oh.
The crew included Katy Perry, Lauren Sanchez, Gail King, Amanda Nguyen, Aisha Bao, and Carine Flynn. I'm not familiar with these folks, but I'm familiar with Katy Perry, and I think this lady is on like CBS, I believe.
Yeah,
or
she's
ABC.
an anchor.
Yeah. Okay. So they went up into space and they came on back down in low orbit. You can see them coming down to space in Van Horn, Texas, out in West Texas here. And they land, and you can see it hitting the ground here in just a second, but they're coming down at a pretty good pace. And then boosh, they just hit the ground and they are ready to go after their launch into space. Now, there's been some footage of this going out. The 11-minute trip to space, you can see them all. Apparently, they had no gravity for like 4 minutes. And there's a lot of questions here, but you can see all the cameras set up here. They went in and shot all this stuff, and beautiful, wonderful HD. See the particles of whatever floating around here, and but there's been a lot of questions about this over the last little bit. You can see once again how quickly this is falling to the ground right here at nearly 1,000 feet every, it looks like 3 seconds. So it's about 300 miles an hour. They're falling towards the ground.
That's a lot.
That's fast.
Extremely fast. Obviously, the parachutes pop out, it slows it down, but they're hitting the ground at a pretty fast rate here, and it has a lot of people like asking some questions about this that don't make a whole lot of sense. Which I don't know how everybody feels about conspiracy theories and such, but one of the things I've seen about this is the idea that it never really happened at all. Like, this is all just one big production. And some of that has to do with, I need to pull up this exact clip here, but I'll pull that up in just a second. There's also this right here where, kind of the response to this. I'm sorry, this may be one of the most lamest things I've ever seen, but a bunch of Botox, duck lip millionaires / billionaires playing astronaut for 10 minutes. And this is them coming out. So we'll take a look at that real fast, but let me go and find the other clip that I want to talk about. This is Jeff Bezos, the head guy at Amazon, opening the door. So there was a little bit more about this, which was intriguing, was the idea that when they initially landed, you'll see here that they actually opened the door from the inside, which they hit the ground and they open the door and they're like, nope, hold on, don't do that. And then they shut the door again here, which doesn't seem like something you should be able to do with a spacecraft, right?
Right.
Especially when you're going out into space. So they wanted this moment where Jeff Bezos opens it up. Now, look, he's prying the door open here. He's
like it wasn't open 3 seconds ago.
Right. Oh, look, I did it. We're good. So it launched a lot of questions about this, including one from Wendy's asking if we can send Katy Perry back to space, which was
Suddenly I feel like Wendy's.
Yeah. So this was just interesting to see the response to this, as well as this Mae Jemison is apparently the first female Black astronaut. And she scolds the CBS reporter live on TV for using the term mankind, which was, always fun and exciting to see. Do we have a clip of this? Is this here?
You heard him.
Yeah, so if you go at the very top, it has everything there in that 47 seconds.
Okay, let's see how this went down.
You heard Amanda Wynn tell me in the interview that she's conducting science experiments on this voyage, which I don't think a lot of people knew. Right. They thought it was just 6 women going up into space for a joyride.
Wait, what do you mean just 6 women?
Well, that's what I mean. That was the criticism.
6 women.
That's right.
Right. But he's speaking to the perspective and some of the narratives that
are out there that I was hoping to correct with this interview, and I'm glad that you're here to help me correct that narrative. So explain to our audience.
By the way, what a pussy.
What a bitch boy.
Even a trip like this one, all the trips that we take into space benefit mankind.
So it benefits humankind, and I'm going to keep correcting the mankind and the man-made and the man missions, because this is exactly what this mission is about, is expanding the perspective of who does space.
So you went up for 11 minutes, and that is supposed to expand the perspective of who does space. This bullshit got more attention than the girl that actually got stuck up there. That's bullshit.
It is. And the best part is she's saying, oh, it's not mankind, it's humankind. Literally, the word man is still in human, you fucking idiot. So yeah, I got really pissed. I said women are human.
Man is also in woman. So get over it.
And this is beyond outrageous and really turns people away from listening to stories about actual misogyny, cough, cough, mentally ill men in women's sports. Because when you see this type of shit, everyone's like, you're just some idiot. You're not suffering. You have no problems. You're just a whore on TV. Nobody cares about you. When actually women are being beaten up in sports. It's like, wow.
Now I get it. Now I get why there's so many men out there who are pretending to be women because they see shit like this and they're like, oh, it must be easy. All you have to do is go out there and be an absolute flues in front of everybody and flip your hair a few times, a little toss, and now people think that you're a woman. Like, no wonder they're fucking doing that.
Yeah, and like, why these women to go to space? What do they contribute to, like, science? Nothing.
Nothing.
They got all the fillers in their face. Congratulations, you're testing to see how long your face
They put plastic
stays like
into
that.
space. That's what they've done.
Ah, what a go! What a champ!
Yeah.
Well, she says, first of all, it benefits, the guy said mankind, and she corrected him by saying humankind. So I'm curious when she's going to change, she's a woe man, right? So should she be a woe?
Woe kind.
Woe kind.
Woe kind.
Woe kind? Yeah.
Sounds like a whip. Woe kind.
Well, apparently Gail King, one of the ladies who went up into space. By the way, this is like just outer orbit. Apparently, there was a guy several years ago for Red Bull who actually went out into this outer orbit or lower orbit, I guess, and did a big skydive from this area. So it's not like it's super out into space. It's still like in the atmosphere. Not to discredit the idea that they're sending this shit out here. I'm just saying. But apparently it's sexist. It's sexist to call what they did a space ride. So here we are right here. This is her on CBS this morning.
What do you think when people say, oh, it's frivolous? Number one, they call it a ride, which I find very irritating because they never say men went for a ride. What do you say to people who think that this was frivolous or just a ride? I think the message that it sends is very, very powerful. And the people that say that, by the way, weren't there. What do you think?
So I could argue, just hypothetically, that men also don't go up on 11-minute trips from beginning to end. And if 7 men did that, it also would be called a space ride. Yeah. But she wants to be a victim. So, but by all means, you do you, queen.
Yeah.
Slay.
Maybe if you actually accomplished something, then people would refer to it a little bit more respectfully.
They
but
all
when you
sat
go and
there
around in space for 11 minutes, we're going to refer to it as the joyride that it was.
Imagine like the crew behind the scenes, like actually operating everything were a bunch of dudes. Like, oopsies. You just sat there for the PR stunt, but the real work was done by the men. Oh no. And probably women too. I'm not just like crediting the women behind the scenes, but yeah, majority are gonna be men because it's space. Not a lot of women are interested in space.
Well, here's the thing. Bass is 100% right here. They didn't even steer.
Exactly. They didn't do anything.
It was a ride. It was literally a ride.
They literally just experienced what was put on for them by this company or this group of people.
I wonder if they call like car rides. So like, I was not in a car ride. I sat there and stared at a camera.
Right?
Like
I
what do you call
that?
Yeah, like I experienced a vehicle moving. Like, what do you do when you get in a car, bro?
You go on a car ride.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what do you do?
It's funny because they are inadvertently directly proving that women are most of the time sensitive bitches.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
You're caring so much about words. Just shut up.
Oh, but we got more.
Uh-huh.
But before we get to that, Mask
How
Marvel
to Make
says
Women Look Like Shit in 2 Seconds by Katy Perry.
They got more attention than the actual female astronaut that was stuck in space for all those months. That's right. She's Maria says the world missed a perfect opportunity to pretend that no one knew who Katy Perry was when she landed back on Earth. She would have been none the wiser, and the world would have just faded off into obscurity. Yeah, thank you, Marius. And Ian says Katy Perry sent to space Martians living in the Milky Way. My parents said it sounds crazy here, and I need to move back home. That's right. Thank you, Ian. Marmalin came and says Apollo 1 is why we do allow hatches open from inside. They probably did this for the photo shoot is all. Apollo 1 crew died due to the capsule being bolted from inside when the fire broke out.
Interesting.
Okay,
but like that makes sense, but at the same time, what about like pressure? Because like even like planes and stuff, don't they open from the outside?
That's true. And they
I think
just
you can
plummeted
open from
thousands
both,
of
yes.
feet in the last like
But they
minute,
still open from the outside. But like it goes out, like the door swings inwards there, right?
Also, that video kind of started in the middle, so maybe they had already. I mean, I do think him going up and prying it open afterwards is very weird.
Yeah.
But we don't know what happened right before that. So
True.
Well, we have this lady talking a little bit more about Gail King on her 11-minute space tour. And she was extremely proud of herself.
And I'm so proud of us. I really am proud of me because I never in a gazillion years thought I could do this. And I just saw a video of us walking up the, I don't want to call it plank, but what's the proper, and I'm
ramp?
Yes.
A ramp.
But she is proud of herself for going out into lower
And
orbit.
doing absolutely
For doing her hair and makeup, putting on a jumpsuit, and doing what she was told for 30 minutes. Like,
Right. Like, and tell me, like, look at all these women. With all due respect, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All 6 have had work done, including this clown down here. I don't even know who this clown is, but she looks like she's had more work done than all of them combined. Just throwing it out there.
Isn't that like Jeff Bezos' fiance?
I don't know. She looks. She
I think
looks like
she
the.
is.
She looks like the what's that damn horror movie with the God? I'm trying to think of what the mask is. Either way, yeah, it's I guess the Bezos' wife. Okay.
Yeah, Chat's saying it is. Yeah, that's the fiance.
Well, bringing
Sure
it
knows how
back.
to pick 'em.
Bringing it back to video games. Olivia Munn, previous host of G4's Attack of the Show, was very critical of this. Says, "What's the point? Is it historic to think you guys are going on a ride? I think it's a bit gluttonous. Space exploration was to further our knowledge and to help mankind." By the way, mankind, what a bigot Olivia Munn is.
She's a bigot with boobs.
That's right. What are they going to do up there? What are they going to do up there that has made it better for us down here? That's right. So there you go. But, yeah. So
It was
bringing
a
it back
waste
to
of
video.
billions of dollars or millions. I don't know how much it was, but whatever it was a waste. What did you prove? Like what scientific discovery was there? How much fuel did you waste? For all these people who scream and clown around about climate change, you sure just wasted a fuck ton of fuel for nothing.
Commodore fan says William Shatner took the same ride into space with Blue Origin on October 13th, 2021, but he didn't oversell it like these privileged women did. Respect. I do recall that. I remember when he went up there and did that. Yeah. Now, before we go, and with this story in particular, we wanted to point out the net worth of these 6 women who made this historic flight.
This is going to be good.
Rode the ride. So this is quite intriguing. The net worth of these people. Let's start first and foremost. Let's work our way down. We're at the bottom. And then we'll work our way up. Okay. So let's go lowest to highest.
Net worth. All right.
Now we'll say this. One of them, Amanda Wynn, is a civil rights activist who has been nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. Was the Times 2022 Woman of the Year, but her net worth is not disclosed. Okay. So there's one other. Aisha Bao is an ex-NASA scientist and CEO of STEMboard, a firm overseeing a $947 million project, and has not had her net worth publicly disclosed. So we're down to that.
So far, that's the one person that actually sounds like they should have been on that trip.
Yes, she's the only one.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll keep
Now, here we go. We have this other one who is Kieran Flynn is a movie producer. Okay. And let's play the net worth game. Price is Right. Mally. Carrie Ann Flynn, movie producer.
$1 million.
$7 million is her net worth. Okay.
Okay.
Gail Ken, who is a TV personality and presenter on CBS Morning Show. Her net worth, $40 million. Right here. Lauren Sanchez, a news anchor and entertainment correspondent, the age of 55, worth $30 million. And Katy Perry, projected net worth, $400 million. Wow. So.
But please go on, scream about how they are oppressed, these women, for sure.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. You know, maybe Boog is right. Says, Craig, don't be a bigot. They made herstory.
Ew.
I do kind of want to vomit after that. Marius Gimmons says,
it's still honestly honestly, it's so like disgusting because these women just discredit everything else that women have done in society and make them to be like some sort of hero, all the while also they're a victim. And it's like, what are you? You're a waste of space. You're an idiot sandwich. Get off my lawn.
Well, there has been a lot of talk about whether or not this was even real, and I do think it's important to talk about this. We mentioned the there's a few videos I wanted to show here, which, hey, everyone get a little conspiracy theory going on here. Let's go and just kind of see what some of these say. But first, Marius came into the 10, says, Montez, let's go. Local Drunk is a brand new Plus member. Thank you so much, Local Drunk. I'm sure he used promo code NOPE to get that free month. Thank you very much, Local Drunk. Ian came in and says, maybe Bezos sent Rings of Power tax returns up. Shadow Saying says, I'm okay with sending plastic into space instead of the oceans. There you go. Thank you very much, Shadow Saying. Appreciate that. We also have hit our Montez goal. So let me see if I can find our wheel. Or Mally, would you just like to pick?
If you can find the wheel, I would love to see that, but I can pick if you don't.
Okay, let me pull that up really fast. I want to make sure we get it here. This was sent my way by Adam Fox. He sent this to me yesterday, and I appreciate that. Here's the Montez wheel to spin. Let's see what's going on. So we have all the different numbers on here. Do we have them all? Almost all of them. We don't have our new one for. Oh yeah, actually we do with 2 Street Fighter 2. So here we go. Let's see what we got here. Which Montez will we land on today?
Ooh.
Oh, we're going old school with the moon. All right.
That seems fitting, though, to be honest.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
Nice
yeah.
little round of applause. How nice is that?
That's
good.
nice.
Bitch! Montez!
Let's go.
Nice.
Hey, Dirty Dan, before we get into this Blue Origin thing being faked, or if it is or not, we'll get to that. First, Dirty Dan says, Dan, the rough rider Schneider, Dan Hoff, her tighter, she's a fighter Schneider. Okay, just a lot of Dan Schneider gross nicknames. Thank you, Dirty Dan, for the 10. Appreciate that greatly. All right, let's get into if this thing is real or not. Okay. If this thing, oh, by the way, I'm going to set a new Montez goal. We'll just set it super quick, super low, and we'll kind of go from there. All right. Just do a quick tenors with anything teal or higher, and we'll get to the next Montez. We'll maybe spin the wheel again. All right. So is this thing real or fake? Here's a 4-minute and 43-second video. Blabs, did you pre-screen this?
I watched some of it. I didn't watch all of it.
Okay. Now I've not seen this yet, but here's definitive proof that the Blue Origin mission was fake. This has been viewed 11 million times. Okay. So is this misinformation?
Yes, I'm pretty sure it is, but.
Oh, so should we watch it or not?
I would not watch this one. There's other one that you could totally watch instead.
What about this one?
Yeah, that's the one that I watched, and we did watch that already, but like that kind of makes me question how real this was.
Okay, this is the hatchet door. This is viewed another 9 million times.
This is them telling what's gonna come.
One more time.
Just let play.
Yeah, you can see them open the door and they go, nope, no, don't do that. Don't do
that. That's kind of like some PR stunt. I wouldn't say it's fake, but it's definitely a PR stunt.
Okay. And we have this video here. It's 5 minutes and 22 seconds. Oh, this is from InfoWars. All right, let's go. Let's see how this goes real quick.
Particularly absurd expedition into space yesterday by a bunch of ladies. There was a ladies' trip to the atmospheric barrier yesterday. Again, it sort of just puts a cap on how absurd all of America is right now. And it's like on the same day we have headlines about foreigners raping corpses on the New York subway. And Katy Perry, idiot pop star, most famous for having big tits, is flying into space. And it's like, this is all horribly wrong here. And
well, I will say this. This does seem like a really nice distraction for a lot of things that are happening, you know? But there are questions. There certainly are questions that I think are worth. Listen, there are people who are like, space isn't real. Okay, I think space is real, right? I very much think space is real. I don't think we live on this flat Earth or anything like that. I think that we do live on this globe, and there are members of my family who are like, "You're such a fucking idiot," right? But maybe that's just me buying into the narrative. I don't know, but I do know that they opened the door before they were supposed to get out, and that if they could have opened the door like that easily, then they could have burnt up in the atmosphere, and that would have been a really bad PR disaster for Blue Origins for sure.
Right, because none of them are actually trained or anything. So it's like, how could you actually let these people up in the space, like up in the sky, and be like, all right, you're on your own now? Like,
yeah. So then that either shows one of two things, that it was indeed fake, or that it's true, they didn't do shit, and it was just a remotely operated, like, mini video game moment. Like, that's all it was. Somebody else was controlling you, and you made it back. You're just a character.
Yeah. And like that, I'm sorry, but that hatch opening inwards doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. Like, I know people are saying, like, it's supposed to be, like, you're supposed to be able to open it from the inside, yes, but, like, physics and all that, doesn't it need to be opened outwards, just like the plane doors are opened outwards, even though you can open them from the inside to help with, I don't know, man, but it's weird.
I don't know, man.
I don't know, man, but it doesn't sound right.
Hey, what I do know sounds right is Lady Desiree rating us over on Kick. We are live over on Kick, which is wonderful. Thank you very much to all of our Kick friends over there. Doing a little bit more over there. Appreciate you guys. And Des, thank you very much for that raid. Appreciate that. Also, thanks to Farticus Prime, who became a plus member. Thank you, Farticus Prime. Give it up for Shields there. Butchered your name. Says Shields Thear, by the way. Space returned its first Amazon package. There you go. Right. Thank you very much, Shields Thear, for your 10. Taker says there's a great meme of Homelander glaring with the captain's astronauts stuck in space for 8 months, reacting to Katy Perry kissing the ground after.
Isn't that the one I sent you this morning?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was. Hang on, I'm gonna share it. All right.
Cyber says there's a reason we say mankind / men, etc. is that man is short for human. So men is the generic term for all humans. Yeah. Feel free to look it up.
No, we believe you. And here's the meme. And it's true. These two astronauts were stuck for 8 months watching Katy Perry kiss the ground after being in space for 10 minutes. Yep. Accurate.
Very in touch with people here in the world, which is great. Pre-Dawn Corp says these women can into space, but Poland can still not into space. I guess, maybe can get into space. Pre-Dawn Corp, I don't know. That's a good question. We need to get a hold of all our friends in Poland and be like, what the fuck? So see what's going on over there. The chat says they're just normal women. Just normal women. Incorrect. Mercenary says, I'm late. You're really fired bad today. Uh-oh. Sorry, Blabs.
Oh, no.
Taker says, Craig, have you Googled 1992 space movie? No, I've not.
Spoof
movie. You know what? I will say this about, I went to a school that was named after Krista McAuliffe, right? My elementary school was named after Krista McAuliffe. Do you know who Krista McAuliffe is?
Isn't she one of the people who died?
Yes. Krista McAuliffe was an astronaut she was a teacher. She was the first teacher who was going to go into space, and she was on board the Challenger. And she got blown to bits on her way up into space when the Challenger just got destroyed. Like, she went through the space training. She did all that stuff. She's a fucking teacher. That's a hero. That's who people should be talking about today, is Krista McAuliffe, not fucking Katy Perry and this news anchor from CBS. You know what I mean? Like, talk about her. Talk about those people who died on that flight. Not just Krista McAuliffe, but all the other people who died on that flight, and all the other people who have dared to go to the next level and see what's out there and explore. I think that's crazy. Yeah, Sally Ride brought up by Pat in the chat. Yeah, man. Pre-Dawn Corp says, Craig, look up Poland cannot into space. Okay. Thank you. I will later on. Bonesaw is ready. He says, we got women in space before we got women who could parallel park successfully, huh? Easy.
I can do that. I had to do it for my driver's test.
Good for you, Blabs.
That's right. And I didn't have the rear view cameras then.
Ranting Ryan says, you literally have Blabs and Mally who make an actual difference in genuine connection with people through their content. Then there's Gail King, who's claimed to fame as being Oprah's bestie.
Wait, is that how she became famous? Like, I don't really know a whole lot about Gail King. I just know she's like an anchor on CBS and all that. But is that seriously it? That's wild.
These are great questions that I do not know the answer.
Googling it now.
Yeah,
Yes.
right.
Well, speaking of women, let's do one thing that I didn't necessarily think was going to be a headline really ever. But
Oh my god, it is though. They've been friends for nearly 50 years. Anyway,
It literally is the only thing. It says the first thing she did was be an editor at the Oprah magazine.
oh, well, there you go.
Wow.
It's all about who you know, I suppose.
You too can be friends with Harvey Weinstein.
Well, bringing it back to this.
Pivot.
I am an excellent pivoter.
Pivot.
We saw this today, which the fact that this is a headline and the fact that women are celebrating this just shows how fucking batshit crazy the world is. As the UK Supreme Court rules legal definition of a woman is based on biological sex. I know, Mally. I know.
I didn't see this one coming.
Yes. Nobody saw that this needed to happen. And you can see these people like they're leaving and they're celebrating. Yay! Like the fact that this is celebrated and people are exciting and they're literally jumping up and down tells you everything you need to know about this. This is batshit crazy that these women have to celebrate this stuff. It says the UK Supreme Court rules that the legal definition of woman is based on biological sex. Judges say that the concept of sex is binary, while cautioning that the landmark ruling should not be seen as victory of one side or another. Transgender people still have legal protection from discrimination, the court adds. The Scottish government had argued that transgender people with a gender recognition certificate are entitled to sex-based protections, while 4 women in Scotland argue that they only apply to people that are born female. So, but there you go. You have this news. Ladies, how does that make you feel?
It's common sense, stating the obvious, but honestly, the fact that we had to get to that point shows the timeline of society is absolutely batshit insane. And I'm glad that it was ruled in our favor. I think it helps and protects a lot of women. So I'm for it.
Yeah, I think it's a little complicated of a feeling, like obviously good, but also obviously bad, because like the same reason that we had to rule that men can't be in women's sports here. It's like, why did we have to get to a point where this is a government ruling that we had to request that our freaking overlords and our rulers make a rule so that all of you obey it? How hard was this? Like that, I almost dwell more on how embarrassing it is that we had to get here than I do about how grateful I am that we're here. Because yeah, okay, cool. But the only reason we're here is because there were idiots challenging it. So I'm mad about that, you know?
There's so many like trans women on the internet really reading today. Like that woman India who keeps fighting with J.K. Rowling. She's like, I was always the woman. I will continue to be a woman. It's like, sir, you were born with a dick. So it's just, ironic. But yeah.
Speaking of J.K. Rowling.
Ooh, hey.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, she helped donate to for Women's Scott that account. So yeah, she's very much in favor for this. As am I. As honestly, you should be if you are pro women's rights. Like this is just borderline protecting women's spaces. Like the fact that there's like sports competitions going on the last few days or weekends or whatever. That was like it was just 2 trans men competing in the finales of what was like ping pong tournament or whatever it was, something like that. It's like, are we serious here? Like
it's just sports with extra steps.
Yeah, just why don't you like you know what? I'm for the trans rights. You want to make them on like the sports? Make a category just for them, and then it's all equal for everyone, for men, for women, for the trans. It's all done, right? But no, we can't have that.
We already have different rule sets for men's and women, so why not just make a whole nother rule set and another bathroom? You guys can have your own stuff. Do it over there.
This is awesome. Here it is. Do you have a car? You are a man. Did you used to have one? Yes. You are a man. No. Oh, it's fucking funny.
Wow. Brilliant. I hope that was the Supreme Court ruling. Like that was actually the papers used. Like, ta-da!
Well, good for women, for sure. I think that's great to see, and the fact
it's wild.
Well, the fact that like I said, the fact that has to be said is insane to me, and really goes to show how fucking insane this whole thing has been.
And the people who like report on it and like refuse to use gender terminologies and like they're all, hiding because it's popular to be, to be so progressive. Shame on you. Shame on you, Emma Watson. I'm just saying. You all suck.
Mm-hmm.
Ian came in and says, I wish there were cameras in that high court case.
You're right.
I bet there were baristas waving around cucumbers and pointing at mannequins in dresses struggling to get their point across.
Barristers.
Barristers? What's a barrister?
You said barista. They're not making coffee, Craig.
Well, I thought that's what he's going to. And why are they waving around cucumbers? What's a barrister? I don't know.
I mean, I was just
can't
picturing
read.
somebody who was just standing there waving around.
Isn't barrister like a protester or something?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was picturing. Oh, somebody said barristers are lawyers? They're a type of lawyer?
Oh, common law jurisdictions like England and Wales, Australia, Canada.
Oh, they're an English lawyer. Okay, well, they're not a barista.
I gotta be honest. I find it way funnier.
Yeah, I thought it'd be funnier with the cucumbers and barista.
Yeah, like I was like, why are the baristas waving cucumbers? I don't understand. Thanks,
For
Ian.
real talk, it's a type of lawyer specializing in court advocacy and providing legal opinions.
Okay.
Right.
So
I
listen.
prefer the barista.
Yeah, can we all just imagine baristas waving fucking cucumbers around over here, putting in your soy latte? I was like, why?
Aprons. Why are they there?
It's crazy. Shane Max says these women should be celebrating today. We should be celebrating today are the ones who make sandwiches. Thank you, Shane. Don't make it weird.
I can make a mean sandwich. I'm not gonna lie.
Guy Rice says, didn't this bitch make a song about fucking an alien? Should have stayed up there. Are you talking about Katy Perry? Yes. Bored college student says, easy explanation. First time open hatch for the safety check. Jeff, don't want Jeff opening door to a dead celebrities during a live photo op. That is true. Yes,
that's
that would
fair. But you would also know that they're dead with all the cameras inside and all the sensors and monitors in there detecting people.
Shape says because no one will watch trans sports. It's worse than women's basketball. Men who can't cut it, put on a dress to beat up a woman isn't competition worthy. Hi everyone, Montez.
What do you mean? It sounds like entertainment. It's like look at all these men in white dresses failing life.
Well, I'm telling you, the only way that all this ends is, and this was said by this guy Clay Travis who runs Outkick Sports. The only way all this insanity ends is if it doesn't even need to be like a high level basketball player, but like a Division I college basketball player says, I'm a woman now, plays on a WNBA team and averages 75 points a game, right? And just dominates. Because I watched the women's college finale, right? There is zero doubt in my mind that a high level boys basketball varsity team, right? I'm not even saying like a state champion team. I'm saying like a high level state of Texas top 20 team would beat that women's college basketball team by 50, just based strictly off of athleticism. Look, and I'm not saying that those girls don't have skill. They absolutely have skill, but they don't have the athleticism and they don't have the bone density and they don't have the strength to compete with these men. In this case, these boys. I mean, I don't understand what's so controversial about that, but nothing is going to change until somebody goes in, or maybe like some D3 college basketball player who goes in and is like, well, I'm a woman now. Why don't you draft me, Dallas Wings or whoever, whatever WNBA team is out there. And they go in and they dominate the league and they kill Caitlin Clark. And by the way, Caitlin Clark would still score a bunch of points, but this guy would dominate more. That's the only way it ends. So
there's a reason that you never see trans men in men's sports.
Yep.
It's only one way.
Mm-hmm.
Reese says, fun fact, the teacher was NASA's second choice. Initially, they wanted to send Big Bird up in the Challenger. Really? That would have been pretty scarring for a lot of...
Oh my gosh, imagine if children all over the world watched that.
Yes. Marius says, to be fair, Craig, we're not far away from baristas serving as legal representation. See, that's where I was going with that.
Bring the cucumbers to work.
Cyberchud says, if Blabs can beat Castlevania, she can parallel park. If she can't beat Reaper Hallway in one life, or I still can't beat Reaper Hallway in one life. That's tough, Cyberchud. It's true. By the way, we are...
I did play Castlevania.
That's true. And you may be playing other Castlevania games very soon.
I hate you in Phoenix.
Yes. Today we're
PTSD.
Yeah, we're recording our next episode of Blabs Versus. So just so we're all on the same page, when Blabs was down, we shot 8 episodes. One of them won't see the light of day because of technical stuff. But
you should tell them which one that was.
It was Battletoads.
How'd I do?
Horrible.
What do you mean? That was actually decent.
No, listen, just because you like the game doesn't mean you were good at it.
I said I was decent. I didn't say good. I was decent.
Just because you like the game doesn't mean you were decent at it.
Why can't you just throw me a bone? I wasn't terrible at it.
Because you couldn't beat the first level. That's why.
Yes, I did. I totally beat the first level. It was the second level that went on forever. And I was like, I'm done with this. And then you took over the second level. The first level I did. Thank you very much.
You had no idea. Anyways, whatever. The point is that
like
today
Phoenix needs to be the referee.
Yes, maybe Phoenix does. Phoenix can.
Yeah.
He'll be on my side. But today we're moving on. Our first 7 episodes are on the. So what's up, Blabs?
Misogyny in gaming.
That's right. Sexism in gaming. So the first 7 episodes are NES games, and then we're doing 10 Super Nintendo games, and we are shooting the first of the Super Nintendo games today. So we'll see how that goes. So. All right. Marmalin says NBA, MLB, NFL, none of these have rules against women competing. They just have to be at the same level. This is all very true, Marmalin. All very true. Mass Marble says they discovered silicone and Botox can survive in space. That's right. It's the good old silicone over there. And Ian says, Craig is slandering Blabs Gaming. Blabs, contact your barista.
I know. I really need to. He is slandering me here. I did actually... I wasn't bad at it. I did beat level 1 of Battletoads. It was that second one where you drop forever and ever and ever. That was not good.
We didn't. No, we did. I got her past that level, and we got to the speeder bike, which did not go very well.
No, I literally died in like 2 seconds. As expected.
We need a barista to resolve this dispute.
That's right. Mally, become a barista. One. Yeah, there you go.
Hey, we got to our next Montez goal. Let's go. Let's spin the wheel. Let's do it.
Don't accept legal advice from a barista.
It's a horrible idea. Oh.
Tetris.
Tetris it is. Let's go.
Pitch. Contest.
It's my favorite one for sure.
I love that.
Okay.
So I had to share this real fast. This was a meme sent to us on Plus.
Oh, good.
Side scrollers, women in space.
Let's go.
Gothics, Kay, myself, Vara, and Wicked Virtue, plus Katy Perry made it there. So yeah, shout out.
Love that. Love that.
My God.
Tweet that out. Let everybody know our fine women who are here on Side Scrollers are going to space, which is good. We do have some super chats to get to, and we want to thank you guys personally from the bottom of our heart for allowing us to do the show every single day for you guys, Monday through Friday, starting at 11 a.m. Central Time. Hit the thumbs up button. We'd really appreciate that. And while you're at it, open up a new tab, head over to Side Scrollers Plus if you really like the show, if we provided any value for you at all. Today is a great day to become a Plus member over there. We're closing in on 500 members right now, currently sitting at 439 supporters. You can try it for free by using promo code NOPE, N-O-P-E, to get a free month over at Side Scrollers Plus. And you can watch my playthrough or my first level playthrough of Sex with Hitler. And you can join me this weekend for the WrestleMania watch party. We got a bunch of good Plus content going on. As you can also watch the full uncut version of yesterday's Blabs Versus, which if you haven't seen it, she played The Legend of Zelda. And that is the edited version is over on YouTube right now. The full extended version is over on Plus, so you can watch all that for free by becoming a Plus member using that promo code NOPE. With that said, Blabs, let's get to some supers here, and then we'll say goodbye to Mally.
Graham says, can someone please tell these women that the Titanic is sexist and they could totally take an OceanGate submersible to the wreck site to fight misogyny? I mean, it was kind of sexist, all the women and children first, you know? Brother Snape says Austrian Painter Simulator burden song from her. Thanks very much. Raptor says the game released on console today. Jason says Tail Concerto was a fantastic game. How did you both not mention it? Easily. I didn't do it. The chat says Origin Capsule is open from the inside just before Bezos supposedly unlocked the door, which should be impossible. It's right there on footage. Exactly. Luigi says, I meant I would hate losing the privilege of having the beach so close to home.
Oh, okay.
That makes more sense.
says, I saw the tweet you posted last night about wanting to do movie watch parties over on Plus, and I think that's an awesome idea. And he says, here are some recommendations. Robot, Mortal Kombat, Blazing Saddles, Gladiator, and other guys. For Blabs, True Lies while eating lasagna soup.
Ah, there we go. Yes, True Lies is definitely on the list of things you should watch.
My gosh. Jay says, why are white women disproportionately hard leftists?
Because they work off emotion. That's why.
Rio says Harry Potter in the Chamber of Hennessy. Thanks very much. Taker says, was someone trading their dragon in an epic universe? Lex says that was the meme. Thank you very much for the Lex for the meme. Spoon says, did someone say my name? No. Reese says Donald Trump was the liberals' darling until he wasn't. Columbus needs to remember what the word grateful is and be. I agree. Thank you for the meme on Plus, Lex. And then Clint says, don't forget these are the climate change people who don't want you to fly or drive cars, promote climate lockdowns and 15-minute cities. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And that Asian guy says, kind of ironic that they want this to be female empowerment, but it's actually nothing more than an advertisement used by Jeff Bezos. Amen. Correct? Yeah.
Correct.
All right,
Yep.
caught up.
All right. Awesome. Excellent. Mally, please tell everybody where they can find you.
If you guys want to see more from me, I go live on Rumble 4 days a week, and we are live for multiple hours. I just changed around my schedule a little bit more, but we've been doing like 3, 4, 5 hour streams, and we've been going ham on all kinds of different games. So if you guys want to go check me out on there, you can. I'm also on X, and I post very regularly. I have subscriptions on there, Instagram, TikTok, locals, everything.
Cool. There you go. You can find Mally over there. You can see we're following already. Make sure you guys join her and find her. Looks like you got a little front page placement over there. Look at you powering up over there with 73,000 people.
We love that editor's picks.
That's good stuff. Give it up for Insecurity Guard, who became a Plus member. Love to see that. Appreciate that. Once again, use that promo code NOPE, N-O-P-E. Get a free month just to give it a try. Would love to see you over there. With that said, we got a lot going on over on Plus. Looking forward to joining you guys over there. Currently sitting at 440 active supporters. Love to see that. You guys can make a free account by going to Side Scrollers Plus. You don't need to do anything. Just make an account and sync up with your Rumble. It's super easy to do. And join us over there. Once again, this weekend, I got the WrestleMania watch party happening. That'll be on Saturday and Sunday. I think I may start on YouTube as a reminder, but I'm not quite sure yet. With that said, we got a lot going on. Glad you're with us. And we want you guys to get out of here. Have a great day. Remember, go watch Blabs Versus over on Plus and as well as on YouTube. And hit the thumbs up button on your way out. With that said, guys, have a great rest of your day. And remember, people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got a goal. Go get it. See you guys later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.